Well, 3 wide going into the first turn, but cars back in there trying to pick up positions.
And just 3 laps to go. The strongest Ford here all week has been Dale Jarrett, the defending Winston Cup champ. He got in a practice crash yesterday afternoon, sustained damage. Is that still the best Ford here? We are 7 miles from finding out.
Well, he's got some awful good cars behind him. He's going to have to use everything he knows about being a 2-time winner to pull this off, because Jeff Burton has already proved that he can pass Bill Elliott, one of the fastest cars.
Trouble, car in the wall. Turn 4, one car comes sliding down the track. In the wall is Spencer, Jimmy Spencer. Caution is out. Did the leaders get the caution?
Yes, they did. They did get the caution when they came back. And chances are this will be the race, because it was then scheduled to get the white flag the next time back.
Jimmy Spencer's car stops 5 feet shy of that finish line, where all last evening fans were autographing their signatures on the yellow painted line at start-finish. Spencer's race is done.
I don't think the leaders are quite sure whether they got the caution or not, but I saw the caution come down in front of them, but Dale Jarrett's taking no chances.
And Ned, in the glare, Spencer's car is going to be hard to see against the wall. All the spotters on the radios to their drivers, stay low. And here they come. Jarrett gets the white and the yellow flag, and Dale Jarrett is going to win the Daytona 500 for the 3rd time. And up there, Melissa Brown from Pennsylvania is also a $1 million winner, thanks to the Winston No Bull 5 bonus program.
Oh, Ned, that ride home's going to be sweet, isn't it?
Yes, it will.
This is when we're going to find out. We're coming around for the white flag.
4 Chevys, a Pontiac, a Ford, and a Dodge to fight it out 3 miles to the finish of the Daytona 500.
If he can survive this run, he'll be okay. Nobody's doing anything. They're all holding in.
Go get him.
Come on, buddy. 1 to go.
The last lap.
1 to go, buddy. Keep it low, Mikey. Keep it low. Don't let them under you. Make that back straightaway wide, buddy. Get all over the place. Don't let them run up on you. Come on, man. Come on now. Watch it, mirror. Watch it. You're going to make a run inside. Block him. Block him. That a boy.
3 wide behind them.
You got him, Mikey. You got him, man. You got him. Come on, man. Come on, baby. Come on. Get him in the 4. Get him in the 4. The 3 cars out. Oh!
Big trouble. Big wreck behind them.
Lead him back. Come on.
To the flag.
Come on, Mikey. You got it, man. You got it. You got it. You got it. You got it. Mikey! All right.
Michael Waltrip wins.
All right. That's a television dream come true. Right. Oh, man. Woo. How about that? All right. How about Dale? Is he okay?
Schrader has climbed out of his car. He and Earnhardt have crashed together between turns 3 and 4.
Look at Butts.
You may have got me on Saturday, but I got you on Sunday.
Darrell, is this better than winning it?
No, it's better. This is great. I just hope Dale's okay. I guess he's all right, isn't he? Oh.
The traffic mixing and shuffling behind him. But Sadler and Jeff Bodine not able to mount a charge yet. Everyone on their feet at Daytona, some 170,000. As South Boston, Virginia's Ward Burton comes to the line. White flag, final lap. Here comes Dale Jarrett looking outside for 3rd. Can't get it done. Oh! He bounces off Mark Martin. Jarrett is crashing in the final lap. Everybody gets by him okay. Elliott Sadler in the 21, the Wood Brothers car. Left to try and chase Ward Burton to the checkered flag.
And if Elliott Sadler was shaking, finishing 3rd in the Pepsi 400, just imagine what that young man is going through now, about to finish 2nd in the Daytona 500. about ready to faint. I'm telling you.
8th 2 times is his best previous finish in the 500. Now in his 8th try at the Great American Race, it's going to be Ward Burton driving his Dodge to victory lane. Checker flag is up, and Ward Burton is going to win the 44th Daytona 500. Bill Davis Racing and Ward Burton have just won the Great American Race. Good for Ward.
Talking to Ward Burton, said, what's been your biggest thrill in racing? He said, winning the Southern 500 in Darlington, South Carolina. Old race, my family was there. I guarantee you, he'll change his tune now.
Oh boy, are you...
Because Kurt Busch in the 97, he's in second place right now. They're just going to keep drop kicking Jimmy Johnson to the back.
And Johnson had no choice. By the rules, he had to start in the outside lane.
And did you see the move Mark Martin made from the top to the bottom to hang on to his teammate Kurt Busch, Mark in the 6 car? He's looking a little racy here past that.
We're going to see what all these guys have got now. There's no holds barred now, baby. You let it all hang out. Let the rough side drag. Does it pay to have a teammate? He does, even when he's 2 laps down. Oh, trouble down here.
I think that's Ward Burton.
Rowdy goes right in front of all these cars. Everybody going to miss him.
Yes. He hits the outside wall hard again. Caution is out.
Oh, my.
What do you say, Darrell, all the time?
Cautions, precautions.
The defending champion of the Daytona 500, Ward Burton, driving for Bill Davis, crashes at lap 107.
And Dale Jr. gets a lap back.
Jimmy Johnson's crew chief, Chad Knaus, not happy. And Dale Earnhardt Jr. gains back 1 of the laps he's behind.
With Jeff Hammond, Chris Myers in the Hollywood Hotel just above victory lane as the rain is starting to fall under our 5th caution. And a couple of important things happened here because we're on our 109th lap, 270 miles. So if it needed to be called, the race would be official. But on that last caution, Little Lee and Sterling Marlin got laps back.
Yeah, Sterling right now, he started way back there. Next thing you know, he's worked all the way back to 17th. And Little Lee's already showed how strong he is. Once again, if the rains would stay away, I wouldn't count him out yet. But the guy right now who made the best gamble all day was
Chad
Knaus as well as Jimmy Johnson guys right there. They really made a great little call right there. They only put 1 can of fuel in it.
And that's the Daytona 500 to the moment. And 109 laps completed. Michael Waltrip leading Kurt Busch, Jimmy Johnson 3rd. And we'll be back live here at the Daytona International Speedway in a rain delay. You're watching NASCAR on Fox.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's official. The rain has persisted. It's going to continue through the night. The race has been called, and Michael Waltrip is a 2-time champion of the Daytona 500.
No, I tell you what a thrill. What a great accomplishment for him, his team, and boy, I know it's just got to make you, well, look at him. Let it rain, baby. He's had great speed weeks. And his 2nd Daytona 500 win. I guess we've done 3 races from here, and he's won all 3 of them.
On the last lap, about right here. Yeah.
Fuel, Junior?
Got a tire?
You're perfect. Not a problem at all. We've been stopping short for him all day.
And lost the race.
He asked me about fuel. And Tony Eury said, you're perfect. We've been stopping early because Tony Stewart had a problem with fuel.
Fans come to their feet as Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Tony Stewart take the white flag. We're in the final lap of the Daytona 500. Jr. took the lead from Tony Stewart with 19 laps to go after he trailed Stewart's orange Chevrolet for much of the central part of the race. Now he's got to hang on for 3/4 of a lap to earn a victory in the sport's biggest event. Stewart not close enough to make a move yet. It's all going to come down to whether Earnhardt has a bobble or a problem in this final 1/3 of a lap.
You can't get emotional yet because you've got to get off turn 4 and back to the start-finish line.
You can see it now. The legacy continues. Dale Earnhardt Jr. wins the 46th Daytona 500. Stewart second, Scott Wimmer third, Kevin Harvick fourth, Jimmy Johnson fifth. For Dale Earnhardt Jr., his first victory in the 500 in his fifth try.
It's Junior and Gordon.
Gordon's not going to give up that yellow line. You can bet that.
8 car with you, 2 car gap, then 2 by 2.
Now Junior's got help. Kurt Busch. No, Busch slices to the outside. He wants to win the 500.
Coming outside. All the help
He
on
gives
the
Jeff
bottom.
Gordon a push going off into turn 3.
Kurt Busch, the next Nextel Cup champion, fights his way to second.
It's a good thing he can't get any closer than that, because I believe he would have probably given Gordon a big shot up the hill.
Here they come, boys. White flag, 1 to go.
Scott Riggs to fourth. Stewart looks to go 3 wide. Thinks better of it. He is trapped behind Jimmy Johnson.
Boy, that 97 car of Kurt Busch is a fast piece of equipment right there. He's got to look.
He's the only Ford in the front 5. What can he do?
Look at Scott Riggs in that 10 car. He's trying to get him a top 5 finish in this Daytona 500. And there's Jimmy Johnson on the 48 on the outside, Darrell.
Somebody needs to get up there and go with him, but I don't know if Tony Stewart can run the outside or not. He hadn't all day.
Busch to the outside. Gordon slams the door and then the turn 3.
Side by side.
6 cars have a chance to win it. Jeff Gordon's going to lead him into turn 4. They're 1 mile from home.
Tony Stewart just slid up the racetrack. He and Jimmy Johnson are going to make contact.
3 wide. They're bouncing off each other.
Jeff Gordon's going to win his 3rd Daytona 500. Kurt Busch, Dale Jr., and Scott Riggs completes a dream week with a 4th place finish.
Boy, he did. And by those cars right there, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th.
Thank God, boys. How we doing it?
Boys, Tony Stewart and Jimmy Johnson are going at each other down there in the turn 1. They were banging all over each other.
Yeah, Jimmy Johnson ended up 5th coming across the line.
They're going to catch the front 3. Lap and a half to go.
Oh, yeah, they've got a big run, especially Elliott Sadler. If he times this right, he can make a pass.
Everybody's lined up.
But they're lined up. Somebody's got to make a move. It's going to happen.
Off of turn 4. At the line this time, the white flag. 1 lap to go at Daytona.
It's Junior that's making the move. He didn't want to do it, he said, but he's going to the outside.
Got to. It's a Daytona 500.
He's got to try, at least try to win.
Meanwhile, Ryan Newman looked both sides of Johnson, nowhere to go. Stays in line.
This is what Johnson wants to see in his mirror, though. He wants to see those guys behind him, side by side.
Casey Mears runs 3rd.
Junior's losing positions as he tries to get by on the outside. Tony Stewart has moved into 5th, 6th.
Here goes Ryan Newman. He's going to try the high side. Which way will Mears go? Oh, hose this 12 car of Ryan Newman.
Keep pedaling it, man. Keep pedaling.
That's a
clear by 4.
That's a crash behind him. Crash behind him. The caution is out. The race is over. Jimmy Johnson has won the Daytona 500.
You are my hero.
With his car owner watching here at the track and his crew chief watching at home, Jimmy Johnson wins his first Daytona 500 victory.
Look at the outside line. Jeff Gordon in that 24 car with his teammate Casey Mears, but Casey leaves him out there.
Now, 1 back. All single file behind you. He's coming hard, about half back now.
Now, when these guys on the outside, when they get side by side with these other cars, they're done. We're coming to the white flag.
It's up to the 5 of Kyle Busch. How long can he wait if he's going to go?
Still single file.
White flag, 1 lap to go.
Coming to the right, man. Coming to the right. Single file behind you.
Front 4, single file.
Here they go. They got to go. They got to get Mark. They got to move him somehow.
Gets back to that yellow line right around the bottom, all the way through turn 1 and 2.
Mark Martin is driving the race of his life, and there's nobody that's better at holding people off at Daytona.
And Kyle Busch lagged back a little bit. Is he going to get help? Is he going to come? He's looking.
Back behind you.
He almost squeezed Harvick into the wall, and here comes Harvick, the 29, with Matt Kenseth.
Oh, Mark got loose. Mark got loose.
And Harvick's getting a run off turn 4. It's going to be a drag race all the way back to the start-finish line. No caution. They're side by side, right to the line.
Big crash. Here they come. Checkered flag. Harvick. Kevin Harvick wins the Daytona 500.
We got one car on his roof coming across the start-finish line.
Still wrecking. They're wrecking everywhere. Boyer's on fire. Jeff Gordon's wrecked.
And they are still wrecking.
Montoya, Stremme, Kenseth, Biffle, Marlin, Carl Edwards, Casey Mears, all crashed on the final lap. Have you ever?
Well, a couple of times.
I'm going to repeat what I heard a few years ago. No, I have never.
I got so excited I broke the damn mirror in half.
But if he can ever get there, look out.
A little push from Newman and help coming. That's Kyle Busch trying to get to Stewart.
Folks,
2 Dodges, 2 Toyotas for the win.
Strap down this big TV. She's going to go for a ride.
Here we come. White flag. Bail lap. 1 to go. Woohoo!
Stewart's got a great car. No question about that. It's just a matter of if Kurt can get a little help.
And now, Ryan jumped to the high side. Tony Stewart blocks him. Here comes Kyle Busch on the bottom.
Uh-oh, Toyota drag race down the back. Toyota drag race.
Teammates.
Newman was trying to get help from the other blue Dodge. Now he's got it. Toyota on the inside lane. Dodge on the outside lane. Who's going to win it?
It's going to come all the way to the wire. Here they go into turn 3.
Teammates working together. 2018, 212. 12 is going to win this race. I don't believe they can catch him back to the line.
He's going to have to make it wide.
Pedal, baby. Pedal.
He's going to have to make it wide.
It's the Boilermaker, Ryan Newman. Ryan Newman, Roger Penske win the Daytona 500.
Way to go, guys. Way to go.
Roger Penske's first restrictor plate win in his
style, man. 1-2.
Hello, Newman.
Look at this.
This folks has not been victory lane since Tom off the 5.
He is. I have to give him credit on that one.
Elliott Sadler is challenged for the lead by Matt Kenseth and Kevin Harvick.
I believe these guys put a big old clock on their dash, and they wind her up, and it's supposed to hit midnight about the end of the race.
Now, if Matt Kenseth can bring them all the way back around and lead a lap. Oh, here we go.
There he goes.
Almirola goes off the nose of Casey Kane.
Hang on to her, brother.
Your brakes. Brake there.
Man, it gets crowded back there. Goodness.
Caution's out.
Darrell, I think you were right.
There,
I think somebody's glass slipper broke. To go, we're under caution. Bit of a sprinkle. And the jet dryer still running, trying to keep some heat in the racetrack. Get it dried off so we can resume the Daytona 500. There is the Harley J. Earl Trophy, created by the great GM stylist and given to his friend Big Bill France, and it goes to the winner. You'll see that presentation as part of the Lipitor post-race show, along with highlights from the race and analysis of what happened in the 51st annual Daytona 500.
The race has officially been declared final. It is over. So Matt Kenseth, Jack Roush, there is your Daytona 500 winner in the 51st running of the Great American Race, the 2009 champ. Matt Kenseth in a backup car, slipping through for the lead, and now the victory in the rain-shortened Daytona 500. And our Steve Burns is down there. Steve?
Well, Chris, Matt Kenseth wins the biggest race of them all. Matt, what does it mean to you as a racer from the time you were a child to win this race?
Oh my goodness, it's gonna be really wet out here. It's probably gonna cry like a baby, but just really need to thank my team and thank the Lord for giving me this opportunity first of all, and just had a lot of great opportunities in my life with my family and get me into racing, and really DeWalt, Ford, Carhartt, USG Sheetrock, R&L Carriers, all the sponsors that we had that have stuck by us and made this happen in an up economy and a down economy, and man, I don't know, winning the Daytona 500 is definitely a G moment. It's just an unbelievable feeling.
Matt, you've won the championship, but what does winning this race mean to you?
I tell you what, after last year, winning a race means a lot to me. So it's really proud of these guys. It's Drew's first race as a Cup crew chief. That's pretty cool. And Chip for sticking in here with us and really going through the deal and trying to make the team stronger, putting egos aside and making the team as strong as we can. And these guys have been fired up and working hard, and it's just unbelievable.
Biffle's all over the back of it. Edwards looks in the middle.
Whoa, I think if I'd have been Harvick, I'd have gone to the outside and gone with that fast line.
Here comes Truex fighting his way back on the outside in that 56, but not a lot of help out there.
3 wide. Here comes Dale Jr. pushing Cliff Boyer.
Where'd Junebug come from?
This will be the white flag. Jamie McMurray is in front to try to win the 500. This will be the last lap.
Whatever happens now happens, folks. They can all wad up down here, and somebody's going to leave out that second turn, the winner.
Junior on the bottom with Boyer. Biffle ahead.
Truex trying to get up there and help McMurray, but Boyer's right there behind Biffle in the 16. There goes Boyer to the outside.
Look at Junior. Come on, Junior. Come on.
Can they make it to the flag?
Nah, no way. They'll never get through this third turn.
Junior got squirreled up right there.
No, it's just perfect. He's flying through there.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. unbelievably has caught Jamie McMurray as they come to turn 4.
He'll have to go to the high side, though. McMurray will guard that line.
Crash at the back, never mind. Green flag still out. Checkered flag in the air. The 52nd Daytona 500 to Jamie McMurray.
Yes! Little Jamie, baby.
Hook, line, and sinker.
Yes, sir. Billy Bass.
How about that? Jamie McMurray, Teresa Earnhardt, Chip Ganassi, Felix Sabates winning the Daytona 500.
And don't forget Bono.
The cars that crashed.
That was so awesome.
The cars that crashed at the back were Robbie Gordon, I believe, and Jeff Gordon.
Yeah. Like what I tell you, that 22 though was coming in with a head of steam, and Juan Pablo right on him. Looks like Tony and Mark might have I don't know if they got enough time to get back up there or not. I don't think they do.
Dale Jr. checked and released at the infield care center. They'll face the white flag when they come around to decide the 53rd Daytona 500. Rookie Trevor Bayne in his second Sprint Cup start will lead them to a white flag with Bobby Labonte. Here comes Kurt Busch and Juan Montoya. Carl Edwards in 5th.
And we know Kurt Busch and Montoya is going to make a move. DW, when will they make it?
I don't think they're going to make it till turn 4. I mean, we keep hearing about I'm a setting duck when I'm leading this thing. So I guess that makes the 21 a setting duck right now. But we'll see here. That 22 knows how to win from that position. That's where he won the Bud Shootout from.
Edwards and Gilliland down to the inside, trying to.
Where did that 34 come from?
Trying to spoil the party.
Oh my God! Spoiled the party for Kurt Busch and Montoya in here. They come through turn 4.
Gilliland, former pole sitter of the 500. Edwards has room underneath. Now he pushes Trevor Bayne.
It's over. Trevor Bayne is going to win the Daytona 500.
Unbelievable.
Happy birthday, Trevor Bayne, 20 years old.
Are you kidding me? What? That was awesome. That was awesome, Trevor. You are the man, buddy. You are the man. Everybody coming inside, congratulating you here. Awesome job.
Saw Leonard Wood down on pit road where he stood in 76 when Pearson won it. There's Leonard, who with Glenn and Delano, they're the Wood brothers. Oh my goodness. First win in 10 years for what is now a part-time team out of Stewart, Virginia and Concord, North Carolina.
If he's a team player like Kansas has been, he'll sit right there.
They've got a lap and a half to find out.
Now, when they come off of turn 4 and Dale Jr. still pushing him,
could be a whole different story.
I'd say things might pick up.
They're looking for the white flag this time.
Once we get into this lap, if anything should happen down in turn 1 or 2 or 3 and 4, it's over.
3-car breakaway. Junior tucked up tight under the bumper of Biffle. Kenseth leads to turn 1, final lap.
Denny Hamlin in the 11s there with no one to push him.
Actually, he might actually be hurting those 2 cars in front of him if he gets back too far. But here we go. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen pretty quick.
We've seen where the timing of where you do it is so critical.
Those two cars, the 16 and the 88, should be able to get by Kenseth if Biffle elects to take the chance.
Ford Chevrolet off the final corner. Matt Kenseth trying to win it for the second time. Here comes Junior to the outside. Side by side with Kenseth. He runs out of time. Matt Kenseth wins the Daytona 500.
I tip my hat.
I know Matt can't talk to you, but thank you, Jimmy.
2009 and 2012.
I tip my hat to Greg Biffle, though. He could have jumped out of line, but he honored his teammate.
Drivers with small teams challenging the powerhouses of this sport with a lap and a half to go.
You know what they are praying for? That it finishes just like this. Let me finish right where I am. Up front, different story.
What a great payday for those teams.
Here they come, boys and girls.
Go now or finish second.
When we cross the start-finish line, it's a race. And oh, by the way, it's not over. It's just now on.
Daryl, keep an eye on Daryl.
Oh, car in the wall, hard. Turn one. And it's one of the BK cars. It's the 93 of Travis Quapple. No caution. NASCAR, if the track is clear, they will let them finish. We are still green. And here come the leaders.
Yeah, Mark Martin is really pushing Dale Earnhardt Jr. in that 88.
Junior to the inside of Greg Biffle. The green flag still flies. Martin's number 55. Keselowski in the 2. Biffle backing up. Patrick behind him. For the second time, the Daytona 500 goes to Jimmy Johnson, 5-time champion from Oklahoma, California, and his Rick Hendricks Chevrolet.
He can thank Dale Jr. for that. Second year in a row, Dale Jr. has come on late and finished second.
Danica Patrick, the pole sitter, becomes the highest finishing woman in the Daytona 500, 8th.
They were coming at her from every side. I mean, front, backs, left, right.
That group is a happy group, and he's a happy man. Not only because they won this race, since he won it in 2006, his average finish in the 500 outside the top 30.
Got a little bit of help from behind. Gaining on the leader. Junior comes up to cover. Jeff Gordon now leading the inside row. Unless Keselowski or Busch or Denny Hamlin in the 11 drops down, it's Hamlin.
What a move by Hamlin.
Now, if we get back to the white flag, we have a race. Look at Stenhouse in that 17 in the middle, back and forth.
Boy, he just shoved Kyle Busch right out of the way. Ricky Stenhouse in that 17 to third place.
White flag with Stenhouse up in position to challenge in that blue Ford.
You know what, Larry? I believe that tape's going to stay on there, and that baby's going to come home a winner.
Denny Hamlin has not lost a race this week. He's number 11. Keselowski, the 2012 champ, battling back to the top. And Dale Earnhardt Jr., the Pied Piper of Daytona, trying to hold them all at bay.
And Kyle Busch was trying to make a third line at the top of the racetrack.
Boy, here they come. Now, this is where it gets interesting. We've seen a lot of passes off turn 4 to the start-finish line, but that 88 is pulling away.
Less than a mile to go.
Oh, we got a wreck.
Third generation star, Dale Earnhardt Jr. brings him to the flag. Checkered flag waving. It's over. It's Earnhardt.
Oh, yeah. Good job, Junebug. Woo.
Reed Sorensen's race ends up in a crash. Harvick into the wall past the end of pit road, and Carl Edwards 99 all torn up. Here comes Kyle Busch backwards across the start-finish line.
Backed her across.
Now, the caution flag waved before Earnhardt took the checkered flag. Officially, the race ends under yellow. NASCAR will review
I cannot believe it. Unbelievable.
That 22, it reminds me of Matt Kenseth in the Unlimited the other night. That 22 is out front. He's hard to catch. Logano has got some speed right now and seems like being out front and pulling these others and not affecting him at all. Here comes Harvick around the outside of Clint Boyer.
And look who's with him.
And here
Dale
comes
Earnhardt
Dale
Jr.
But look at the run that Harvick had off turn 4 in that 4 car. White flag this time.
A lot of jostling back in the pack. The leader's going to make it under the white, under green. Logano, Harvick, Earnhardt, Boyer, last lap.
Guess what? The race is getting ready to start off turn 2. It's all on from there on.
Car smoking back of the field, drops back out of play, 3 wide. Big cluster coming off turn number 4. Smoke, trouble, way in the back, but here come the leaders.
The question is, are they going to throw the yellow or are they going to let them race back?
7, 8 car pile up in the back straightaway. Caution is out.
Joe Logano.
Keep coming. Just stay on the gas. Back straightaway. Stay on the gas. Coming to easy here. They say roll out of the throttle.
It's over, boys. It's over.
Middletown, Connecticut's Joey Logano wins the Daytona 500.
Daytona 500, guys! Hell yeah! Wow! Man, you are the man.
9th Sprint Cup Series win for Logano in his 220th start.
Wow! What a deal, guys! Woo!
His previous best finish, 9th. Damaged. Will someone have to come up to the outside to be of any help to him?
Yeah, Carl's just hanging on.
Right.
He's got a car. He's just hanging. He's happy to be right where he is. The other guys I'm not so sure about. We're going to find out here pretty quick.
Yeah, we're getting ready to find out right here. They get to this white flag. You watch. If they're going to make a move, it's going to happen just after this white flag.
I think it'll happen off turn 4.
Here goes Hamlin up high. Here comes the 20 of Matt Kenseth.
Can't do it.
No, he just doesn't have enough of a push. He's going to have to back up to that car behind him and get that push, but he's trying.
He wants that 4 car to help him. Here he goes.
Next flag ends the race.
I just don't think he can do it from the outside.
He might be able to get up to 3rd, maybe 2nd. I just don't know if he's going to get all the way up to the lead, but here he comes.
Got to run down the back. It's going to be a drag race off turn 4, but I just don't see him being able to pull it off.
He's getting a big push. He's getting a big push.
He's coming. He's up to 2nd.
Hamlin a 2nd. Up
Watch
high.
the inside. Watch the inside. Mark Truex Jr. 3 wide.
Truex to the bottom. No, don't wreck.
Kansas saves it. Here they come to the line. This is the finish of the Daytona 500.
Come on,
side by side, bouncing off each other.
Unbelievable. I think it was Denny Hamlin.
I have it as Hamlin.
By an inch.
What
Denny
a finish.
Hamlin.
By
Oh,
an
my
inch.
goodness.
Wow. I'm telling you.
I've got chills at my spine. That was amazing.
Are you kidding me?
I knew it. That's where it would have to happen off turn 4, but I didn't know how it was going to happen.
Holy cow, baby! You are the man, Lambert. Love you, buddy. Love you.
The closest 500
Ever. Have you ever?
No, I've never. But I'm glad I was here to see it today.
Let's have a look, folks, at this near photo finish. The first Daytona 500 was decided in a photo finish.
Look at that.
Wow.
Inches. About 4 inches.
It's anybody's race now.
Wow. Again, I don't like this high line. I just think it gives too many opportunities to get a run and make moves on the inside.
Where there's a guy right there running 2nd right now that's finished 3rd in this thing 3 times.
The white flag waves. 1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank.
Yeah, when I think of experience and knowledge here at Daytona, I think of Kurt Busch. He's been so close so many times.
Pushed his teammate to victory here one time. Is anybody going to push him today?
Look at the 21 coming on the inside to give him a big push. Where'd he come from?
Ryan Blaney from the back with Logano. Blaney
42's out of gas. 42's out of gas.
Who else is going to run out fuel?
21 is, I'm not so sure. Well, I think he's okay. He's still going.
Now, if the 47 can get up behind the 21, give him a push, he might get there, but I don't know. I think this might be Kurt Busch's day.
Looks like he's going to come home a winner.
Kurt Busch has been the bridesmaid in the Daytona 500. Here they come off turn 4 for the final time. From Las Vegas, the 2004 champion of the series, Kurt Busch, for Gene Haas, and Tony Stewart wins the Daytona 500.
Wow. Wow. First time he's won the 500. What about that?
He pushed his then Penske teammate Ryan Newman to victory, and that's the old man, Tony Gibson.
Justin, are you there?
He's too old to get that excited. Oh,
Tony
God.
Gibson grew up down the street from Daytona International Speedway.
Tell you that 10 car
showing his strength, isn't he?
Pretty strong. We don't know how good some of these guys are because we haven't seen them up front all day. And here we got a shot.
Now Paul Menard just tried to make a move on Buescher. That's going to hurt Denny Hamlin. He's got no pusher.
And Eric Almirola, who had a bad crash Kansas last year, missed 6 races. That's when Bubba Wallace got his chance to drive the 43. Almirola moved on at the end of the season to Stewart Haas Racing, and he is a lap away from the checkered flag in the Daytona 500.
Well, he did what his crew chief told him. You got the lead. Hang on to it.
Yeah, he's just got to keep those two side by side behind him. Keep working those lanes. I like the inside lane in the corner, the outside lane on the straightaways. It's going to be a big push coming on the top lane.
Both of them. Momentum the same, both lanes.
Boy, this is going to
move to the top lane.
Going to have to be quick. Going to have to be quick.
Almirola up to cover. Dillon, where will
Dillon's
he go?
Going to get there.
Oh, into Almirola. Around he goes.
Good
Hang on to it, bud. Hang on to it.
And here it comes with the number 3, 20 years ago. 20 years of trying for Earnhardt. He won the Daytona 500. Austin Dillon wins the 60th running of the Great American Race.
Got a car wrecked here. I think it's Hamlin.
Richard Childress. Austin Dillon's grandfather.
Buddy, hell of a job. That's what I mean. You want it.
I love it.
You just win, Andy Houston. Yeah, you won it. Yes, sir. It is over. You won. Congratulations.
Wow.
You know what?
Austin Dillon's mom is Richard Childress's daughter.
Wow. Logano needs some help. He got to have somebody up there push him a little bit to get him by these guys or get him up to him.
Busch stays in line. Here comes help from Priest.
You know 22 to Logano, if he can get there, he'll do it. I just don't think that I think that Kyle Busch was not quite ready and in position. He had a big enough push to try to make a move on his teammate Denny Hamlin. He's going to wait till this final lap.
Yeah, I think Priest wanted to help Joey, but he's not quite as fast as Joey. Can't keep hooked up.
1 lap to go. 2 Connecticut Yankees chasing Hamlin and Busch.
Wow, what a move by Logano. He got under Kyle Busch.
And Priest is coming to help.
All right, and that's what he's going to need. He's got to back up to Priest. He's not going to be able to do it on his own. He's got to get that push from Priest. He's going to have to get on the brakes here, but he's got Kyle Busch in the outside lane.
Logano and Priest grew up together at the quarter midget tracks in Connecticut. And Logano looks low. Top lane gets spilled. It's Kyle. Kyle Busch in the top lane. Logano on the bottom. McDowell, the second yellow car. Where will he go?
So interesting that McDowell decided to go with Kyle Busch, but here comes Eric Jones on the inside. Denny Hamlin.
Hamlin off turn number 4. No, side-by-side battle to the finish. This time, Denny Hamlin wins his second Daytona 500 and wins it for Coach Gibbs in Toyota.
In the 11 car.
Wow.
What a day for J.D. Gibbs, for Joe Gibbs, for that whole team. Mike, that's storybook stuff right there.
That was meant to be.
So get in again, my friend. Nice work. Awesome job, Chris. Team, I'm really proud of you guys. It's going to be a great year. Yeah, I got to talk to my driver right now at the same time. So I'll talk to both of you. Way to go, Denny Hamlin. Golly, it's such a pleasure to work with these guys. Thank you very much. That's the motion. I'm trying not to do it all week, but here we are. Daytona 500 champ. Thank you.
The Joe Gibbs Toyotas finish 1, 2, 3.
Like I said, I think it was just meant to be.
The Jones boy, where'd he come from?
Vince.
They get separated a little bit on the back straightaway.
can't get close enough to push him.
Now what? Denny's got to be careful getting too far out there and letting a big run come. And now as long as they're got to get too far out there and letting a big run come. And now as long as they're side by side, he's good. But here comes Newman. Big run. Denny put the block on him. Great job not causing a wreck on that block.
White flag under green. Next flag will end the race, and Newman is there.
Newman's got locked onto his rear bumper just like he did. Oh, wrecking behind Chase Elliott around.
Spinning around,
No
still
caution
green.
yet.
Still green.
Still green, and here they come.
And here comes Blaney.
Ryan Blaney up behind Ryan Newman, trying to get him to Hamlin.
Newman backed up to Blaney. Big run coming here.
To the inside, Newman to the front.
Nothing Denny Hamlin could do. What can Ryan Blaney now do? Here comes a push from Denny Hamlin. Oh, this thing's not over yet. Not at all.
Ryan Newman off turn 4 for the final time. Blaney to the outside, to the inside. Here comes Hamlin up the outside.
Wow.
Crash into the wall, into the air. Goes Newman.
Upside down.
In a shower of sparks on his roof. Ryan Newman comes across the line, 4th. And comes to rest. Scoring unofficial between Hamlin and Blaney as far as who crossed the finish line first. Newman got turned, went up in the air. As he came down, was hit by another car and launched skyward, coming down on his roof. The AMR safety team is there quickly to attend to Ryan Newman. A fist pump from Denny Hamlin, who has won the Daytona 500 for the 2nd year in a row.
Big gap behind the Ford. Brad's got him stacked up big.
20% of all Daytona 500s have ended with a last lap change of the lead.
That's not going to change tonight.
There he goes.
Big run right here.
Joey's going to move down, block that.
Right to his teammate's bumper.
Watch what happens now behind all these guys. Now that's going to shake everything up. Here comes Austin Dillon to the outside. Oh, man, Kevin Harvick in trouble, gets shuffled out.
White flag, 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank.
Okay, now these guys, their job, if you're Austin Dillon, one of those
Watch
guys.
this run Kevin Harvick has on the bottom.
Now the
Huge
5's
push
can go
by
to the
Bubba.
outside. They're all trying to build that run that Keselowski did.
Here goes the 3 car.
Will Dillon have help? No, they come down to block. Logano goes back up, Keselowski with him. McDowell in tow, Dillon on the bottom.
The run's on top.
Whoa!
Teammates.
Around they go, and a hard crash. Kyle Busch.
Kyle Larson.
Caution is out.
Bubba Wallace is in this. Austin Cindric, hard hit by Kyle Busch.
Caution's out.
McDowell is first to the line, but will have to go back to the moment of caution, which ends the race. Brad Keselowski is climbing out. He's okay. Joey Logano we see taking off the gloves and the steering wheel.
I think McDowell's the winner of this race, guys.
He was first across the line. NASCAR will review and have to determine the finish at the moment of caution. And we'll wait for official word.
A huge win if that's the case.
But Bob Jenkins' Front Row Motorsports crew is selling out from Glendale, Arizona, for Bob Jenkins' Front Row Motorsports has won the Daytona 500.
How about that?
Man.
That's a huge win for Michael McDowell and that team. Doesn't get any bigger than this.
And a huge crash for everybody else. McDowell is the 40th driver to win the Great American Race and the 8th driver in history to score his first career cup win in the Daytona 500. And Yes, Clint, he led only the last lap.
That's all it takes.
The only one you need to win. Awesome job.
Man.
So happy for him, his family.
Here's help. It's going to be a big push from the 23. Blaney's getting a push now. Both lanes getting a push. Here comes Blaney. Big push.
And it's so important. We're coming to the white flag. Again, if that caution comes out during that white flag, the race is over. It's time to get established, and you better do it quick.
3 miles to go in the Daytona 500.
Brad is going to need Chase Briscoe to lock on to him to push him by those two.
Kozlowski had the run, but he's going to need the help. Here it comes. Big push from Kyle Busch and from Chase Briscoe.
He's locked on there, too.
He's going to have to stay there.
Inside
Here
was there
comes
for a
another
second.
push from Kyle Busch on that outside.
Even mirror.
Cindric can't get too far out.
Coming to turn 3 where it all came undone last year on the final lap.
Briscoe's out. He can't get to the
Austin Cindric, whose grandfather won the Indy 500 as a car owner. Cindric is going to bring them to the line way up high to block Ryan Blaney, and at the line, Cindric beats Bubba Wallace by half a car length, and they crash going into turn 1.
This race never disappoints.
No, it does not.
And David Reagan found one.
Cindric, the winner of the Daytona 500.
If you remember in the pre-race, he said a rookie and the 2 cars never won.
Holy cow's right, kid. You just won the biggest race of your life.
23-year-old Austin Cindric from Mooresville, North Carolina, in his 8th Cup start gives Roger Penske a happy birthday present.